it's not fun.
Hey, everybody. This is Kurt, Molly, and Jeff Schechter. We just went live. Hey, it's great to see everybody. I know there's going to be an email that's going out here just in just a second to everybody. And Shecky, it is good to see you here today. Can you hear me okay, by the way?
I can hear you okay. I'm just going to move somewhere else.
Is there an extra tab you may have open?
There might be. Are you getting an echo?
That's my fault. Okay, you move somewhere else. I am going to make a really quick adjustment right here, but it looks like that we are live up. Hey, everybody, it's good to see you. Go ahead and put down in the comment section down below if you have any questions or you want to jump in as well, too, to add to some of our commentary, which is always fun. Let's go ahead and I'll turn off this Yeti mic. And then there's just one other. We've got a bunch of other viewers that are piling on right now, Shecky, which is great. We got just a lot of great stuff to cover here. So there's just one more thing that I need to edit. And then Shecky, I believe we're just about ready to go. This is going to be a great part of the recording. But I promise you this is exactly what I'm looking for. Nick, I'm going to ask you a quick favor, sir, if you don't mind. Nick, I'm going to send you the link right on Skype that we're sending directly people to. If you wouldn't mind taking a look inside of our SMAG YouTube channel, the live stream we did last week will actually have the description. You can just copy and paste from the info and settings, put it in the description. We have all of our links and everything else inside. I just didn't have the chance to do that. But if you, Nick, are logged into our SMAG channel and just click on that link right there that I just sent you, it'll allow you to put in or copy and paste that description that we had over from the last live event. All right, Shecky, can you hear me? But now I can't hear you. You can hear me though, right? All right. Let's see if Nick can hear you. I heard you for a second.
How's that? Is that better? Can you hear me now?
Are you great, Shecky? You look like you're sitting in a nice comfy chair. I know exactly where you're sitting at in your house.
This is the surgery recovery area.
All right. All right. Well, hey, it's great to see everybody here. Shecky, today we are going to talk about videos, right? We've been talking about videos a lot. One of our case studies, Brian Johnson. I'm going to make one small adjustment because, Shecky, I know that's really bright.
Wow, excuse me. Yeah, close those things.
Oh, there we go.
Here, let's close.
Much better. All right, everybody. Hey, one of the things we're talking about today is video marketing. And we're talking about video marketing on video. That seems kind of, how do we say it? Meta, right? We're talking about video marketing on video marketing. So a couple of learning opportunities that we had this week. You know, we talk a lot about Brian Johnson as our case study. Well, Brian utilizes a lot of videos on both YouTube and on Facebook to engage with his audience. You know, Shecky, one of the things to walk through here real quick, I just kind of want to give everybody kind of a visualization. I guess I could even draw this out, but we're going to make this really easy today. You know, Brian attracts likes over to his page, like we're using the scale method, right? He's defined his avatar. He attracts likes over to his page just with the picture. He just wants to get people to raise their hand. And for if you've never seen this before, definitely check out our Choose Your Own Adventure. Nick will be adding it in the description here in just a second. Go check out our Choose Your Own Adventure training where you kind of learn at your own pace. But Brian's case study will be in there as well, too. But basically, Brian's someone on the health and wellness, and he wants to get people that he can help people in health and wellness. So he asks people, targets people who like nutrition and say, hey, do you love nutrition? Do you believe better nutrition can be better than, do you believe that nutrition can be better than your doctor? People say yes, they raise their hand. As soon as they raise their hand and like their page, we retarget his likes with a video. And that video from Brian is a is a post page engagement. So what happens is once someone likes Brian's page, then they basically we have a post page engagement that runs for $5 a day that welcomes people to his fan page. Now, you know, a lot of people, Shecky, have asked, well, wait a minute, how do you target brand new likes and separate out the old likes? Well, I'll tell you one thing, Facebook's not going to show the ad to the same person over and over and over and over and over, causes ad blindness. So for instance, for Brian, he gets likes at 10 cents a day. So as Brian gets 200 likes a day, he can spend just $5 a day on Facebook to retarget a welcome video. Now, what we do is we target video views. This is going to be very important in a couple of minutes. We target video views. We're not looking for people to go back to Brian's website, though that would be nice. We're just looking, they just like the page. We're just building a rapport with Brian. Now, these video views for Brian are about a penny because we've pre-qualified the content. We'll talk more about that in just a minute. The second thing is we follow up with another boost post. So we find out what content is popular of his on his fan page. We do a boost post for $5 a day, and we target only his fans, not friends of fans or anybody else, but we only target his fans. So what happens is there's a video that people see as soon as they like Brian's page. Also, as Brian's posting throughout the week, he's going to do 2 boost posts a week. So they're actually going to see 2 other pieces of content. So watch. Brian does videos because it's easier than him to write post and blog post. 1, 2, 3 videos right after someone likes his page. Now, what we're also doing, and Shecky, you've heard this story, but I have a stat that you don't know about yet. So this is kind of going to be a trick question. Then what happens is we take a look over the last month. What was Brian's most successful video? And we'll promote that for $5 a day to his likes only. Okay? There's a like. Here's the video they see right after a like. Here's a video that they see because it aligns with the belief system. Here's another video they see because it was a boost post that just seemed to get a lot of engagement. Here's another boost post that we're targeting just back to likes for $5 a day, no end date. Now, Shecky, do you remember how much it is? I already just said this, so I gave it away. Do you remember how much it is for Brian to get a like right here?
I think he was down at like 19 cents at one point, wasn't he?
10 cents. 10 cents. Yeah. Okay. This video that retargets the people that like Brian's page, this video right here is a penny view. That's it. Okay. Do you remember what some of these other video views or website clicks were, Shecky, with these other boost posts that we were doing and people were clicking on the link? Do you remember those numbers?
No.
Well, what was interesting is we're getting a penny video right here, view right here. Some videos we're getting 10-cent views, like this boost post. This boost post right here, we're getting 3-cent views. And this boost post, we're getting 1-cent views. So what ends up happening is someone likes Brian's page for 10 cents. Here's a penny for a view, 3 cents for a view. Now we're at 3, 4, 5, plus 10 cents a view, 15 cents plus another 3 cents. That's 18 cents to participate in 5 different action items. 4 videos, 1 like, right? Now that's awesome.
It is awesome.
But are we looking for video views or are we looking for buys?
Well, I think the answer is we're looking for buys. However, it should be stated that you've got a lot of interaction there now, right? I mean, you're developing that KLT formula, the know, like, and trust, so that you're creating a higher likelihood of a purchase for 18 cents. It's friggin' awesome.
What part of it is awesome to you?
5 exposures for 18 cents.
5 exposures for 18 cents. That's good. That's good. Now, obviously,
I like that formula.
Yeah, it's not all the time that it works out to 18 cents. You know, it depends on who sees it. But yeah, the aggregate would be 18 cents.
Right. But you might have it might be the majority of them are, 3 of them for 15 cents.
Exactly.
Right? That's in a perfect world. But even so, you're talking about multiple exposure, the opportunity for multiple exposure for next to nothing.
It's true. Now, here's the big question. How long can a business spend 15 cents to acquire a customer? Is a business willing to spend $3, $5, $10, $100? How much are they willing to spend in video views to get a sale? What would be the first thing that you'd try to figure that out, Shecky?
Well, obviously, I'm going to go to LTV, right? I'm going to look at what's the lifetime value of a customer. And, they buy with me, once, twice, 3 times, whatever. But overall, there's an aggregate average of what each customer is going to spend in a given business, right? So let's say, hypothetically, that's $200, right, over the lifetime of a customer. What that means is that the business owner is going to look at it as how much are they willing to spend to acquire that customer. Now, anything $199 or less, you're still in the black. Now, you may want to make more profit than that. Obviously, I understand that you may want to make a little bit more spread, but that's really the most important metric. If you want to do a deeper dive and get into like perfect world scenario, maybe the first time they buy, it's $100, right? And if you can get that cost for say $99 or less, then you're even in the black even on the first purchase, let alone on the lifetime value purchase. But I think most businesses that are in it for the long haul are willing to surpass the cost of initial customer purchase in acquisition costs in an effort to maintain a profitable lifetime value.
So I mean, here's the question: is how long would a business spend 15 cents for all those different for all those different engagements to get a sale? I mean,
Hopefully
obviously,
forever.
Go ahead.
Hopefully forever.
Well, that right there is the interesting question, Shecky, that I really wanted to get to. So 15 cents doesn't sound like a lot of money. Shecky, you've owned multiple businesses in your time on this planet as well too. So how long would, I mean, 15 cents doesn't sound like a lot, but what happens if you spend 15 cents 1,000 times and you don't get any sales? Then how much longer can you afford to spend 15 cents?
Again, for me, I'm just, I'm looking at it against the LTV number. So, if I do that 1,000 times and I get one customer, right? You're saying you get none, that's a different story. But if I look at it and I get one customer for that 1,000, that's like what, $150 times 15 cents, right? And I know my LTV is 200. I'm still in on that deal.
Okay, now that's really interesting. That's part of this where I wanted to go to. By the way, I'm gonna send everybody out just this. You'll see here in just You'll see here in just a second is you're going to be able to refresh your page, and everything that Shecky and I are talking about, I'm going to include some links for you where you can see the Choose Your Own Adventure training. You'll be able to see exactly the case study that we're talking about with Brian as well. We're just adding some video stats, but I wanted to make sure that everybody's going to get access to these resources. Because, Shecky, one of the things we do is we talk about resources over and over and over. And I just want to make sure, of course, that people can access everything that you and I are talking about. So let me click on one more link right here. Yep, that is it. Next.
And while you're doing that, let me finish part 2 of the answer to your question. So if I'm reading you right, Kurt, I think what you're getting at is how long is a business owner willing to stick his or her neck out for the chance of getting the customer, right? And I think that's, it goes back to a lot of stuff that we train about, like how do you remove the emotion from a situation, right? So that you're making decisions just based on key metrics. So let's go back and look at this hypothetical example, right? My LTV for this hypothetical business is $200, right? Like that's the lifetime value of my customer. I now am in a position where I've spent $150 and did not get a sale. Right? So I'm 150 in and I've got 0 back. I guess the question you're asking is, what is the threshold of where a business owner goes, hey, I'm going to scrap this versus I'm going to keep betting on the come, as it were, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm guessing you have an answer. I have sort of a pseudo answer. And I think that is going to vary by business owner. Number one, I'm the kind of person that's like, look, I'm going to decide on a budget, right? If I know that this has worked in the past, right, and I'm looking at this $150 spend and I still haven't got anything out of it, I'm still going to look at other metrics like how long have I been running it? What has been my metrics in previous campaigns that I've been doing this? In other words, if I know that typically out of every $150 worth of spend, I get approximately 1 customer, and I still don't have a customer after that $150 spend, the likelihood of me getting the customer soon is very high because history will repeat itself. Doesn't mean it repeats itself perfectly, but there's a high likelihood that it will. So I'm the kind of guy that's probably going to, I've got to let it run 3, 4, 5, 6 days. And I would at least go out to 2x or 3x. In other words, I would at least go out to $300 or $450 before I start scratching my head and going, what's wrong with this campaign? Why is it not working? Is there a missing link somewhere? I may start checking some of the technical stuff and see, because I know it's worked in the past. But if I'm willing to do that, most likely I'm going to get a customer or two and make my money back.
So there's a couple of things I want to go over here. So thanks for that train of thought. You're exactly right. By the way, if everybody wants to right now, or just do me a favor, up on the top right-hand side, check it. I think this is, am I pointing to the top right-hand side? Does it come up? That goes to the, okay, so go to the top right-hand side, right? Yeah. Up there, when you hit refresh on your browser or refresh the video. You can go ahead and do that when I snap my fingers. And up over on the right-hand side, you're gonna see a little eye when you move your mouse. When you hover on that, those are called annotations, or those are called cards. Those cards will show you the choose your own adventure that we're talking about for all the different skill levels and how to scale your business. It's also going to have a case study of Brian Johnson. And then we refer a lot to Social Media Ad Genius, which is the platform and our training that we use to train anybody at any skill level, from starting out, intermediate, or genius level, exactly how to run their ads on Facebook from everything we learned in the agency. So go ahead, refresh your screen now. Shecky now will wait just a second. This is what we call, Shecky, just an open loop, because I want to be talking about a response to your answer and how we're going to take a look at video ads, because there's a big misnomer. And again, you guys refresh your page. You're not going to miss anything here, but refresh your page. It will happen really quick. Then you'll see that eye up at the right-hand side, so you can get additional support, documentation, and stuff like that, even in the recording, but definitely live now. So go ahead and again, refresh your page. Just hit the refresh button. We'll come right back here. We're live. Then that little eye is going to appear. That's going to give you all the other information. And again, if at any time that you hear that Shecky or I say something smart, put a comment down there in the comment box. Nick will let us know if there's any other comments down there below. Share us out on the social medias. Because since we're doing video and talking about video, why not get some video shares in there as well too? All right, Shecky, I believe most everybody has refreshed their screen so they can see that eye up there, right over there. Damn, those guys are smart. I like those comments. Thank you very much. But Shecky, here's the deal. So 10 cents, 1 cent, 10 cents, 3 cents, 3 cents. These are great numbers. They make me feel good, but they're not taking any action yet. Now, you went down one road that was really quite interesting that most business owners don't. It's because we've worked together for long enough. And you say, okay, if my product, let's just say, sells for $250, I'm going to figure out this fun little math here real quick. But if it sells for $250, right, divided by 0.03, 3 cents, the 3 cent video views, whoops, this would be 0.03, that I did that wrong, divided by $250 should give me, Shecky, this thing called 5th grade math. It's great. By the way, it is going to give me 8,333 views before I see if one person buys. So could you imagine, I mean, you look at a video, right? Like on YouTube or Facebook, you're like, man, that thing has 3,000 views. That's great. But if you're selling a $250 product, well, you're gonna have to get 8,000 views, 8,333 to be exact, before you sell one. Now that's break even. Quick little story. Shecky, you've heard me tell this story before, but quick little story of 3 different types of business owners. Business owner number 1, and I know we're talking a little bit about spend, but I'm gonna show you some video stats in a minute, so you're definitely not gonna wanna miss this. But you have customer number 1, Shecky, who is willing to spend $80 to make $100. As an entrepreneur, would you spend $80 to make $100?
Yes, sir.
Lots of entrepreneurs would. Almost everybody would. And if you wouldn't, don't know what's wrong with you. Now, the second group of entrepreneurs are willing to pay $100 for a customer who will spend $100 because they have other products and services. Shecky, if you talk to 100 people, how many people would be very happy if they spent $5,000 with our agency, spent $5,000 in a month, and broke even? Didn't make any money, they broke even. Out of 100 people you would talk to, who would be really happy with that?
Sadly, the number's not as high as I would like it to be. I think if they're already to a point where they're hiring our agency, you know, that might be as high as 50%. But if you took a sort of a random smattering of people out there, that number is going to be much, much smaller, probably less than 10%.
Yeah, what they don't realize is, look, you're getting, like, you can't pay for a billboard and then all of a sudden get a whole bunch of leads, a whole bunch of sales, and have the billboard company give you your money back. It just doesn't happen. So the thing is I tell customers on launches, especially when they're running paid media, hey, look, unless you have a higher end front end product, if right now you break even within the first 30 days of running your ads, oh my goodness, everything over that 30-day mark, your follow-up, your retargeting and stuff like that, everything, it's just profit. Now, Shecky, if you talk to 100 people, 100 random people who know a little bit about pay-per-click marketing, right? Meaning they're just talking to you, they're students of ours. And if you said, hey, look, are you interested in spending $200 to acquire a $100 customer? How many people would take that deal?
That's probably 1 in 100. And that person also knows their LTV metrics. In other words,
they know their lifetime value very well. Exactly.
Yeah,
because
if my LTV is 250 and it's going to cost me $200 to get this, what's now a $100 customer, but over the lifetime will be a $250 customer, I'm still overall lifetime $50 in the black. So I'll say yes to that.
So let's just say you are a local place here in town. I'm trying to think that would sell a $250 option. I mean, actually, let's just say it's a Facebook ads course, right? Let's just say it's a Facebook ads course. If person A is willing to spend $80 to make 100, and if they spend $80 and they don't make 100, they quit. That's 90% of your market, 95% of your competition against you.
Yeah.
The people who are willing to break even, most people are like, oh my goodness, I only broke even. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know. Well, that's why you have additional products and services. Ryan Dice said this once at a live event that Shecky, I think you were at as well too, is an internet marketing party. And he goes, look, if you have a digital product, you have a product. You don't have a business. You just have a product. You're selling one thing. It's like there is no Walmart where they stick one thing in the middle of the aisle and that's all you have. They have lots of different things because they really understand your avatar. Now, the third person is sounds like a little crazy, but they're willing to spend $200 for a $100 return right now. Well, they'll outspend the other two guys. They'll always be running ads. These other two people, guys or girls, will be shutting down their ads while this third person is buying all the traffic up there because they really know their numbers. So here's the reason I go through the spend. I'm going to show you some amazing stats. I'm going to share my screen for just a moment. And I'm going to share some absolutely amazing stats. And then I'm going to go into the numbers on why sometimes, quite honestly, Shecky, these stats kind of scare me and they worry me for the general public. So this is where it gets into the KPIs or what the numbers really mean. By the way, we had a huge aha on Brian's account. One, because he spent over $1,800 last month. Shecky, if you remember, I think you were over here. Brian said he had a budget of $500. But when he starts spending $50, $70, $80 a day and he's making $99 or $100 a day, it doesn't sound like he's making a whole lot. But when he spends $60 and he makes 97, spends 110, makes 97, spends 50, doesn't make anything, spends another 60, all of a sudden at the end of the month, we're just replaying with the house's money. But I go, Brian, would you believe that I would have said that we spent $1,800 on ads in the last 30 days? He goes, I would have figured my wife would have killed me. And I go, but now that we know our numbers, you only have a budget if you expect you're going to lose the money. But if we're putting in 60 and we see 97 come out, well, we're going to spend at least 97 the next day. And one other small little point, Shecky, too, is you did mention this. I just want to highlight it again. Remember, if you have a price product, let's just say at $200 for easy math, you're going to want to run, just for a good test, you're going to want to run at least 3x of that product just to see that product price, just to see what you get for conversions. Let me give you a great example. You know, we have a train, and then I'll get in the video stats here in a second. You know, we have a training program called Scale. It shows people in 12 steps how to scale their business. Once you've been running ads, you spend a couple $100 and you're ready to say, okay, I know where the buttons are, which you can learn through our social media ad genius, which again, click to the little button right up there. You can see how to get there. But our scale business is all about how do we take that dial and start turning it up to really start elevating our business. And then we have some coaching behind it as well too. Now, that entire offer, when we made that offer just to our internal customers, that offer was $1,000. And since then, that offer has closed. But we spent, I believe I spent a little over $1,500 in the course of about a week on YouTube to find out, all right, I just need a rough idea that I can go back to Nick and say, look, I know our average video view in these 6 markets out of the 18 that I tested. I know that these 6 markets will give us a cost of about 15 cents a video view. Now, out of those 15 cents, that sounds sexy, but here's how many people click on that little annotation, or it's not annotation, it's called a card. How many people click on the card up there versus the little annotation that shows up in the video that says, hey, if you want to learn more, click on this logo right down over here. It's actually over here. Click down this logo on the right-hand side. So we're seeing is okay, we know how much a video view is. Now, how much does it cost to get someone to either click right here or click right down over here and go to our website? It took me $1,500 just to kind of figure out, here's where predictable numbers are. But I have a higher priced product. Now, if we were selling Social Media Ad Genius like we have in the past for $297, I might spend $1,200 just so I understand I've had a big enough audience, I focused on my avatar. Do I have enough numbers to make some probable assumptions? Okay. So most entrepreneurs who run ads don't have probable assumptions. They just don't have enough numbers, and they're not comfortable in the numbers. I'm going to show you something that's going to get you really excited, and it's going to scare the hell out of you a little bit, and I'm going to show you the KPIs to make sure that we fix it, okay? So here's what ends up happening. Shecky, I am going to show my screen, and let's see here. I'm going to show my entire screen. It's going to make this weird thing, yeah, that does that thing real quick. And then we will go to, let's see here. Oh yeah, this is going to be really weird for just a second, I promise. Yeah, we were pulling up the motivational guy that you had the other day, which was awesome, Shecky.
Yeah, it's so fun.
Yeah, I love that guy. That was great. All right, now if I bring this back up, this is what happens as an entrepreneur when you have 20 different tabs up, right? Let's go back to that share screen again. Share entire screen, share. All right, Shecky, can you see my screen where it says video stats?
I can.
Great. So a couple of video stats I just want you to think about that I was looking around today right before our meeting here. 51.9% of marketing professionals worldwide, video is the type of content with the best ROI. Like, you can't really argue with that stat right there. But we got to make sure that you're getting an ROI, right? Shoppers who viewed video are 1.81 times more likely to purchase than non-viewers. So remember, one of the things I always like to say is, hey, most of your competition has these, how do we say, I don't know, mommy didn't hug me, daddy didn't hold my hand, like whatever that goes. They just won't do a video. They don't think they're good enough. They look good enough. Remember, that's your competition. So just even doing a video in front of your audience can start building that rapport. Shecky, check this out. Using the word video in an email subject line boosts open rates by 19%. I mean, click-through rates by over 65% because people are interested in looking at a video. Look at August 2011 through June 2015. That's an 844% increase.
That's
now, one of the interesting things to mention is this is going to get very interesting here in just a second. So between April 15th and November 15th, or April 2015, November 2015, the daily video views on Facebook doubled from 4 billion to 8 billion. That's between April and November. But here is, yep, right here. And this is just a little bit older, but I'm going to show you a little bit one more up to date. In Q2 of 2015, mobile phones 34% and tablets 15%. So if I get my trusty calculator, that is 34 plus 15. It's 49% of the market combined, 49%. So that means 38% are on PC. That's a huge drop. Over, well, actually, where are we at for, watch this. According to Cisco, by 2019, video will account for 80% of the global internet traffic. So if you understand how to do video now in very simple, easy ways, you're going to be ahead of the trend. I'm going to show you some of those tips on how to do that. Nearly 1 million minutes of video will be shared every second, which is crazy. Now, look at this. This is huge. Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg announced the company's third quarter earnings that Facebook is generating 8 billion video views a day. 8 billion. That means the number of video posts per person has increased 75% globally. 75%. Look at this. More than 50% of people who visit Facebook in the US every day watch at least one video. That's huge. That's exactly where your marketing can be. Now, watch this. I have a couple more stats I just want to show you. We'll get back in it. Email leads. According to a Forrester research, including video and email leads, to a whopping 200 to 300% increase in click-through rates. Again, another reason to do this. 86% of colleges and universities have a presence on YouTube, which means everybody's getting into video. YouTube reports mobile video consumption rises 100% every single year, which is huge. And then I want to show you a stat that I found here. Look at this. Facebook, when they said that they have 8 billion average daily views from 500 million users, the thing is their user base is actually around a billion. I think it's like 1.2 or 1.3 billion. Look at Snapchat. Snapchat, 6 billion. It's only 2 billion short of Facebook, which is 2 billion is a huge number, but their user base isn't anywhere close to what Facebook's is. So as you can see, over and over and over, video is just really just taking off. 84% of are using video for website marketing. I'm talking about the over 600 marketing respondents. 6% of them using video for email marketing. So this is huge. 93% of marketers are using video in their campaigns. So let's talk about some of these videos in your campaigns as well too. So I'm going to come back over. I'm going to hit stop. All right. So Shecky, here's the important reason that I show these stats. Here's why I asked a question about cost and all that other stuff. So Brian's getting some 1 and 3 cent views. It's great. But Brian has 2 choices to make. 1, build a brand. How often can he spend 3 cents or 15 cents on a video view? Well, it depends on what his price product is. But a video view is building some branding. Branding doesn't always necessarily sell right away. What's interesting, Shecky, very interesting, as Brian's running some of his ads, you know, when Brian does a boost post, what Facebook does is, like the universe, what Facebook does is says, oh, you want to promote your post? Ask and ye shall receive. So people may cost 3 cents to click and engage on his post. But Shecky, is the post page engagement click the same thing as a website click?
No.
You can get a lot of people who engage with your page. You can get, for example, like Brian has a video right now where Brian has over 300 likes, 8,000 video views. He has over 50 shares, 50 plus comments. A lot of engagement, 3 cents engagement. It's great. Cost per click back to his website. How many people actually click on that post and click on the link in his post to go back to his website? $3.23.
Yikes.
We're building a brand for 15 cents. Now, will the average person, Shecky, at 15 cents, let's just say, let's run a little math, right? Let's just say a $200 offer. At 15 cents, how many people are willing to take one video and test? Remember, you got to test 3x your product. To test 24,000 views before they decide if the video is going to work for them or not. Statistically, that's how much money they have to spend, right?
Yeah.
Because you want to spend 3x of your product. So again, if the product price point is, we'll just make easy numbers. What is it? 200 divided by point. Let's just say, let's see real quick. $200 and he's getting 3 cent video views. That would give me, that's a weird number, 6,666 video views. So if I want to spend 3x of my product, I'm going to have to get 20,000 video views for that one video just to see, hey, does that video really drive conversions? When I'm bidding boost post. Now, when I bid and I set this up through Ads Manager and I bid video view, Shecky, these video views Brian's getting 1 to 3 cents. It's huge. 1 to 3 cents. Remember, like at 9 cents, first video view being 1 cent, post page engagement being 3 cents. Well, the 1 cent video view is great, but cost per click back to his website, You're always looking at your clicks back to your website. Website clicks is always what you're going to pull up in your customized reporting. By the way, we cover this a lot inside of Scale. We've been doing a lot of trainings on this exactly inside of Scale, especially in our Genius Society that meets once a week. And again, you can find out more information by going up there and clicking and finding out social media ad Genius. So Shecky, so we get a $3 click off a video that or a post page engagement that does 3 cents click. Video view, we get 1 cent click, but it costs us $1.29 to go back to our website. But we get a lot of engagement. But we get a lot of video views. But we have to get over 20,000 video views on one video to see if that video works right. You know, Shecky, there's another way that you can bid for that you can bid. You got engagement, you got video views. What's another way that you can bid?
Did you mention video views?
Post-page engagement, video views. What's another way that we can bid?
Well, right. You got website clicks. That's the other one.
So here's the deal. So now what we've done with Brian, right? This is a great way to test this out. So you don't have to get 20,000 video views to see if the video works, right? You just got to know it's popular. So you get 10 cent likes. For instance, Brian's getting, or let's just say 9 cent likes, right? Make it easy, 10 cents, okay? Now what we do is we create a welcome video that we run for just $5 a day that's gonna align with the likes. So people like his page because they like nutrition. Brian follows up with a video that says, hi, my name is Brian. Thank you so much for joining us. I want to encourage you to check out my 7 free grocery store videos where I walk you through step by step exactly some of the most important foods to get at the grocery store. Go ahead, check out that video, check that out now. Now, this is right now getting 3 cent video views. Shecky, do we really care if someone clicks back to his website once they just like it? So they like his page, they see this first video. Is it critical they click back to his website, or is it critical they just get to know him at first?
Well, at first, it's critical that they get to know him. I think your point about getting them back to the website would, at that point when they're new, I would just say it would be nice to have, but it's not a necessity.
Great. Okay. So now what Brian's going to do is what we teach inside the Scale method and inside his social media ad Genius is you're going to do at least 2 boost posts a week with some engaging content, right? So let's just say the next boost post we see is it's a 3 cent video engage. Sorry, it's a 3 cent boost pace engagement. Great. And we also see video views for 3 cents. Great, because we can check in the Facebook reports, right? That'll say page engagement, because that's what we bid for, 3 cents. Video views, 3 cents. It's great. Website clicks, $1.29. Not bad. We know people that run ads for $1.50 website clicks, $1.29 website clicks. It's fine. So now Brian might do another boost post. Let's just say this one is 3 cents again for the boost post. 3 cents for the video views. Great. But it's $3 to go back to the website. Well, it's cheap to get people to like his page. It's cheap to get people to watch his content. It's cheap to get people to engage with his content. But we're not really getting people back over to his website. But he's getting a lot of engagement and a lot of branding. Would you agree, Shecky?
Yeah.
So here's what you do. Now you find out through the welcome post, which the welcome one just goes back to the likes to welcome people anyway. Now what we're going to do is we have these 3 other videos that have engagement. We ran some video views on. What we're going to do is we're going to figure out of these 3 videos over the last, let's just say week, or you can do this over the last month. This video view has the cheapest website clicks. I don't care about the cheapest video view when I very first talked about it. I don't care about the cheapest engagement at that time. I care about when they like, right after they watch the welcome video. I care about their content. But what I'm doing is I'm finding out what relevant content do these people like? And Shecky, you know this answer. It's because what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the video view. I'm going to find the video that got the cheapest clicks to my website. So for example, this could be a penny video.
Clicks to your website as well.
What's that?
And the most clicks to your website percentage.
Hang on a second, I'm almost there. So what happens is I don't care if this is a penny video view, 3 cent engagement, 3 cent engagement. That's great because they're like my page. Now when I know that this engagement, this video view, it's been the most popular, and I've gotten even just 20, let's just say 20 clicks back to my website for $1.20. Now what I'm going to do is I'm now going to start a website click campaign, and I'm going to target the place where I'm getting my cheapest likes. So now what happens, Shecky? We're getting 15-cent website clicks using Brian's most popular video. So we're running this popular video directly to the people who not only who like his page, but also targeting the people where we get the cheapest, most effective likes. So Shecky, here's the thing that I asked Brian. I go, Brian, do penny video views sound great? He goes, yeah, it's great. I go, what happens if it costs $3 to get back to your website? He's like, that's not so good. And I go, but we're finding out what's causing some of your branding and what people like. He goes, yeah. And I go, do you want to spend enough money so we get 20,000 video views on one video to see if that video can work for your conversions? He's like, no. Well, I want to get that many views, but do I have to spend all my money to get that one? Could. Well, he's like, is there an easier way? And I go, well, what about if we got 3-cent engagements? It's pretty good. And he goes, well, yeah, but it's a video. So how much should it cost for a video view? Which we can find out in the reports, right? Very easy. And if you're part of the Genius Society, by the way, I'm going to show you these exact reports that Brian and I are looking at in our next Genius Society call on Wednesday. Again, you can find out more about all those links up over there. And I go, Brian, if you're getting a 3-cent engagement, it's pretty good, right? This is about, I think, Shecky, you've seen a little purple sweet potato he has that he holds up, right? And I go, and he goes, yeah, but it's a video. So how much are video views costing? I go, well, by the way, when we're targeting on Facebook post-page engagement, Facebook is targeting people of a high probability for post-page engagement. Don't be fooled by penny video views, 3-cent engagement, 50 shares, 200 likes. That makes us feel good. But if the website clicks cost us $1.29, let's just say our product again is, whoops, check, I got to pull this up here real quick. Let's just say the product again is $200 divided by 1.25, 25 click-through rate. I could get 160 clicks to see if one person buys, right? Mm-hmm. Well, here's what ends up happening, Shecky. When we figure out which is the best video, which remember, we're doing boost posts for $5 a day for 3 days, $15. We're not having to get 20,000 views on a video.
Right.
We find out which video is sending back even just 10 to 20 website clicks. Where are we seeing some really cheap views and website clicks coming over? Because, Shecky, if the relevance score is high, the click-through rate's high, if the cost per video view, cost per engagement's really low, and we're seeing a mildly low cost per click, below $1.50, now I'm going to, because I know it's relevant, now I'm going to pick out that one video and I'm going to run it straight to the audience where we're getting the best like set. So Shecky, right now, we're getting 15-cent website clicks, 20-cent website clicks.
Fabulous.
Website. Now, his video doesn't have any likes or shares because Facebook is targeting not engagement. Facebook is not targeting video views. Facebook is targeting people who will click to your website, the probability of it. So when we look at the post-page engagement for 3 cents, Brian's like, I want to spend more money here. And I go, why is that? He goes, dude, it only costs 3 cents. Look at all the comments, likes, and shares. And I go, how many people are going to your website? Well, it's only $1.25, but look at all these likes and shares. And I go, I know it's only $1.25, but if it's 25 cents to get people to your website and $1.25 over here, do you want to spend the same amount of money to get one click or 5 clicks? Same amount of money. What? And he goes, but I really like the engagement. Engagement isn't paying our bills. But I'll tell you what does pay our bills is, Shecky, when we now are getting 25-cent website clicks, right? We now have an ad that if someone lands on his website but doesn't like his page, well, we advertise for people to like his page. And once they like his page, all these other numbers start to work again. So we're getting people to go straight to his website for 25 cents. And then if they don't do anything on his website, we retarget them with a like campaign, and we retarget them as well with a video specifically from Brian, which is just branding. Hey, I've noticed that you may have liked my page. Maybe you saw a couple of my videos. Heck, you may have even gone to my website because we only use this video for people to go to his website. You may have even gone to my website. What I'd like to do is I'd like to invite you to check out my 7 grocery store videos. They're only about 14 minutes total in all the videos, and here's what's going to do to help you out. I'm going to show you exactly what foods you can buy to lower inflammation. I'm also going to show you some of the best fruits that you can buy for your smoothies, and the fruits I would definitely stay away from if you're trying to lose weight. Let's make it really easy. All you have to do is just click on the link, and it's 7 free videos. I just wanted to say hello, get to know you. I appreciate you. Oh, by the way, new family members that join us, I also give them a complimentary call just to welcome in. Can't wait to talk to you. See ya. Thanks. So see what happens, Shecky, is people like his page for 10 cents. That's great. But we got to get people to his website. So once we find out the video that's performing the best, we take that video and we run it. We just re-upload the video and we run it, not doing a boost-based engagement, just right to the place where we're getting the cheapest likes. Now that we're getting 25 cents clicks directly to the website, we have a retargeting campaign where Brian says, hey, I want to encourage you to go back to my website. And also, by the way, I forgot to mention this, Brian also says, hey, I'm doing 4 Facebook Live events a week. So when we're running a retargeting ad to people who visited the website, we're running a retargeting ad for likes. Once they like the page, all this happens all over again. You see how we just have this ascension model? They like the page, which is really cheap. We start testing out videos to figure out where we're getting the website clicks. Just because you get a penny video view doesn't matter. Just because you get 3 cents engagement, that's great. That's a great way to test your audience. What really matters is your website clicks. So when you run website clicks, like we're running with the videos right now, I think we're even getting close to, which is interesting, Shecky. After 4 days of making some of these adjustments, we started at $1.23 website clicks, and I'm like, wait a minute. After 24 hours, it was 83 cents. After 48 hours, it was 56 cents. What I love, I always say after 3 days, on the 4th day of Facebook land, Facebook gave to us 20 cent clicks, coming down to 15 cent clicks this morning. Yeah. When I had somebody send me a screenshot, it's 13 cents. Okay. There's no engagement on the video, but here's the other thing, Shecky. Right now, so basically you kind of have this whole ascension model I just drew out for you. I drew out, you know, where you start sending website clicks. Just like I talked to a client today, is I said, you know, hey, look, we're gonna have to build this out. It's gonna take a little bit of work, but if we screw up somewhere, someone likes the page, they're gonna see our regular content, we're gonna see our boost videos, like we're gonna figure this out. What most people do, is you already know, Shecky, is they take website clicks, whether it's a video or an ad, and they don't run any of this, they just run it straight to the page. Many times without any kind of retargeting, or they'll retarget, which will just take them back to the same page.
Yeah, there's two distinctions I wanna make here, and that one being, you know, obviously there's no opportunity there for any kind of indoctrination or people to get to know you, like you, and trust you. So there's definitely a lot of validity to this content ascension, which, like you say, we talk a lot about that in Scale method too, and just kind of training and coaching through that so people really can understand that there's a bigger picture. It's not a mud against the wall kind of thing. It's just like, well, that works, that doesn't work. It's not binary like that. I mean, there's Facebook and many of these other ad platforms, to use your word, Kurt, is there's an ecosystem there, and we want to take advantage of that ecosystem. Not everything is like, okay, boom, go buy my stuff, right? You know, like what we're doing with Brian is like, hey, here I am, here's what I can do for you, here's some cool things, whatever. And now that they've done that and they start seeing what they're getting, yes, now it's okay to push over to the website, right? And the other thing that's happening too is once that push happens over to the website, it's a lot more of a meaningful visit. You know, the opportunity to make a sale off that is significantly higher, right? So I kind of feel bad for those people that are just, you know, running things to a website. Now, that said, the other distinction I want to make is, for the people like Brian and for the students that get this stuff, right? And even, you know, it even did happen with Brian. It's very easy to get lulled in to the sexiness of certain metrics that may not matter that much.
It's easier.
Right? It's easier. And Facebook in particular does a very good job of being the temptress, right? Like they're saying, wow, look at all these likes and shares, and dude, you're badass, you're going viral, right? And you're like, yeah, look at how well this thing did, right? And it's so you get lulled into this false sense of I'm doing good, or I'm doing well. I should use better English.
It makes you feel like you're doing something when someone's not watching the numbers.
That's correct. And Facebook makes a lot of money doing that, because they're not necessarily, you know, doing necessarily the best service for their advertisers and guiding them in the right direction. But yeah, the distinction that you make, and kudos to you for doing that, is to say, look, what is it that we ultimately really want? Yes, we want some indoctrination, we want some content ascension, but we don't want to like blow our whole wad on the beginning part and not look at what our really intention is here. I'm speaking of a lot of money here. Don't.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
I see you laughing, so whatever. I'm trying to keep it clean.
So, family show. It's completely up to you. Thousands of our viewers, right, or millions of our billions. We just like to.
I'm talking about your budget here, nothing less. Okay.
Please tell me about your budget.
That's right. So now you're looking at numbers that are actually meaningful, and you're not being lured into like, oh, I'm some badass because I've got all these video views or I've got all this engagement. The bottom line is how many people you're getting to the website and how many people are actually buying, right? I mean, those are, you know, really, and for those people that actually get that, and that just those two distinctions, if you just get those two distinctions, you are ahead of 99% of the advertisers out there. If you just understand those two distinctions.
One of the biggest distinctions that I want to give people is this, and I was talking to a client today, and I'm like, look, you have two options, because this individual that we were working with, she earned her business partner. They both have full-time jobs, and they just want to start testing out some things. So what they did is they did, you know, the onboarding with the Shecky, you know, where we go through 3 different phone calls and talk about their whole strategy. And they're like, look, we have time constraints. And I go, okay, I have good news and bad news. Now, Brian likes to set up a like campaign. We do some boost posts engagement. We do some videos to retarget people back to his page. And we really get people to get to know him. Now, when we do that, we find out which of these posts perform best. We find that post performs best. We then run that post with website clicks directly to the audience where we're getting the best likes. And when we do that, because we're building up and we know the relevancy score, we know the best topic, many times we run website clicks directly. A lot of people pay $1, $1.50, 75 cents. We pay 20, 30 cents because we know on how relevant it is. Now,
we've proven it through our assumption model.
Yeah, hang on. So, but here's the opportunity. We have 2 strategies to go from here, and I want everybody to pay very close attention to this. So now that we have all of this, we know which boost post works. We send this over. We send this over here, and then what we do is remember we're advertising our video to website clicks. Website clicks come back over, click on the website. If they click on the website, don't opt in, Brian's going to send them, retarget them with a video. Hey, I appreciate you. I love you. Here's why you should opt in. And people who don't already like his page, who landed on his website, are going to be retargeted with an ad to like his page. So this thing happens over here. And I go, do you understand strategy 1? We're going to like, build engagement, figure out that engagement, build over to website clicks, retarget, have different retargeting. It's a true ascension model. Do you understand? They go, yes. It's going to take a lot of time. And I go, it will. But we're going to build something called momentum. This is very, 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 very important. It's going to give you a lot of other opportunities to recapture your investment, a lot, and to increase the lifetime value of the sale. However, if you choose, just because you're busy, you can choose what a lot of other people do, and we can at least test. And here's what that is. We're going to figure out what your avatar is. We're going to run website clicks in either a video, picture. We'll test out a bunch of different stuff, but we'll run website clicks directly to your website. That's what we're going to do. Now, when we run that, anybody who doesn't opt in, we're going to have them retarget them with some kind of video or some kind of social proof on why they should opt in. And then what we're going to do is if they still don't opt in, we're going to retarget with another article that's going to align with this page to get them to opt in. Now, look at my fingers, right? Website click. We're going to send the initial click over from whatever we're going to test. We're going to retarget to send them back over to the website with an article. And then maybe we have another article that's going to align their belief system to send them back over here. These are our contact points. Here's what happens. When we run this for, let's just say we run it for $50 a day for 7 days. 5 times 7 is 35. That's $350. After $350 in spend, Shecky, say we shut it off. Great. They didn't have time to do boost post. They didn't have time to do post or boost post or anything else. Now that we shut it off, we shut it off. We have data. I know how much it is to statistically get a website visitor back right over here. I know how much it is to retarget, but we've just shut everything down, which is cool. Strategy number 2. You can run website clicks, test out an offer, test out a landing page, and you just say, hey, look, I'm not building a brand like Brian right now. I want to know, will people opt into this? It's fine. You can absolutely run a test from that. Now, you're probably going to spend a little bit more on website clicks. It's going to take a little bit longer to figure out the relevancy score, which is fine. You can still do this. But there's one huge freaking difference between the model with Brian, strategy number 1, and the model with what we're going to call client A and strategy number 2. This strategy over here, when you shut down ads, let's just say we want to do another offer. Let's just say that this offer didn't work at $297 over here, and let's say we're going to do an offer at $97. Now, Shecky, what we do is we can turn on retargeting of a video or an article that aligns for that $97, and then we try retargeting and then the cold market to get this to convert. What does Brian do? What Brian does is, remember, we already have a like campaign that's really cheap. We already have the first video that retargets a like campaign, and then remember, Brian's doing a couple of Facebook Live events a week. The next Facebook Live event Brian does, he knows they're typically 3 or 4 cent video views. So what he does, we're going to figure out a title that works really well for him, and then he's going to announce, hey, by the way, today I have a very special offer. Typically for $97, you're going to get my entire grocery store series. Today only, with this live event, here's a coupon code so you get it for just $27. So what happens is because Brian has this ascension model, Brian can come out in 1 or 2 emails or in 1 or 2 retargeting ads and make a special limited time offer to recover all of his ad budget that may have not worked out with his landing page. For example, right now, Shecky, just to be very open with you and the viewers, we're split testing out his landing page. One landing page is 9% opt-in, one is 11, and one is 10. Typically, we look for 25 to 30% opt-in. Well, if Brian's cost per opt-in right now is at $4, if we double the conversion from 11 to 20, which we really should be able to do, now it's $2. If it goes from 20 to 30, now we're probably going to be under $1. But why we figure out the landing page, we're not shutting down ads, because all this other ascension from likes is running and these website clicks. And anytime Brian wants to change the offer, he just has to send an email, do a Facebook post, do a boost post back to his audience of people who liked his page or people who visited his website. Client A over here, they get 1 shot. Could be a second shot on retargeting ads. Longevity of the business, Brian. You can do a split test and you can run a really quick test, but Brian always has the opportunity to make up his money because of his engagement. So he knows that if he doesn't get his landing page right, he's constantly following up with people by the ascension model that we have on. This other person can run a test, but when they're done running a test, that's it. That's one of the things that Shecky, I used to tell people about organic traffic that Nick and I used to sell, just organically. And it's like, look, paid traffic is as soon as you stop paying for it, it stops. Organic traffic, building a tribe, is it keeps on going on and on and on, whether you're spending ads or not. Brian could stop spending ads tomorrow. He really could. Now, he's not going to get any more likes. He's not going to get as many video views, but he already has a loyal following. I mean, Brian does 2 Facebook Live events a week. He went from literally just a month ago having 60 to 70 people on a Facebook Live. He's now reaching 1,000 people an event live. He had 890 the last time. Could you imagine, Shecky, speaking in front of a room full of 890 people? They show up to watch one of your videos, and that's just because he's spending less than $50 a day on the exact process that I just mentioned right here. It's one of the big things, by the way. We'll show our Genius Society members, but all these multiple contact points might add up to 40 cents. We're sending stuff directly back over to the website. It's 25 cents. It's about 50 cents right now to retarget and follow up people who visit to the website, which is fine. And then it's about 50 cents for them to like the page to get back in this ascension model. But look at all these contact points for under $1.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking at the clock, Kurt, and we're essentially out of time. I know you have another call at the top of the hour. Just one thing that I find interesting about that is, an entrepreneur understands that things change very, very quickly. And one of the key things that Brian has the ability to do that the other person doesn't is the ability to pivot. The ability to say, hey, I'm not so sure about this offer. I'm going to change things up. You've already got the traction. You've already got the following. Boom. Just make that slight change and you're off and running on a different offer. Whereas opposed to starting all over with the testing and having to wind up the whole machine again. So yes, momentum is very important, but it's also important from a standpoint of your ability as a business owner to be able to pivot at will. And one of the things that I think is really great about that is that's where small business has a very, very big advantage over medium and big size businesses. You know, small businessmen or women will argue that, like, well, I don't have the resources, I don't have the budget to do like you know, like what a 3M does or what a big company does. It's like, exactly. And you have certain things that you can do that they can't do. So the internet done right and advertising and marketing done right, not, in my opinion, not only levels the playing field, but if done correctly, can actually give an advantage to the small guy.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. You know, the big thing is I just want to encourage people to do, Checky, as I mentioned before, is if you just go up there, right there, and
can actually give an advantage.
Whoops, sorry about that. I accidentally hit another video. I apologize. But if you want to just do me a favor, just go ahead and just click right up there, right over there. You see that little eye. And basically what that is it'll give you a bunch of information of exactly what we do. And it starts off with choose your own adventure, the scale method. And then, of course, you have Brian Johnson case study. And then you have a social media ad genius if you want to learn about how to get involved with Facebook ads. Long story short is we've spent millions of dollars in Facebook ads in over 35 different niches. We've helped people have $1 million product launches. We've had multiple clients on Shark Tank. It's all referral only business. We've been doing it for years. And we're just sharing with you all the aggregated information as well too. I travel typically once a month, either speak on stage, join a master, or I'm inside of a mastermind. We're always sharing this information. So the information I'm sharing with you isn't a theory. It isn't based in my mom's basement because we thought it would be a good idea because we played on Facebook once. It's, you know, we've trained thousands of people from all around the world. We've had hundreds of clients, really successful clients, really happy clients. Again, all by we're showing you right now. So the reason I like to show Brian's example, the reason we have it for the case study that's up over there, is because Brian doesn't really know anything about tech. He doesn't know anything about sales funnels, doesn't know anything about ads. And I'm showing him these small little intricacies. These, I don't really like to say intricacies. That makes it sound, they're small distinctions that we've talked about all along, Shecky. It's these small little distinctions like, hey, we're getting 9-cent likes. Great. Is anybody buying? No. Okay. Now we're getting videos. Wow, we're getting relevant score of 10, 3-cent video views. Yes. Are we selling anything? No. But we know we can get likes for in video views. Do we know what successful video views are? Yes. So there's certain type of videos. Great. Let's do more of those for engagement videos. Now we pick out the best engagement video. From those engagement videos, because he's already posting a couple a week, now we run the website clicks. Now all of a sudden what starts to happen to Brian is like last week, I'll be very open with you, last week, last 5 days, Brian didn't really make that many sales. But then Brian put a post up for one new $27 offer, started getting a bunch of sales that came in. And all of a sudden, just always happens this way, he's getting a bunch of likes and shares on one of his videos from a boost post. And a lot of people have been reaching out to him directly just this week because of what the video started to do last week. We ran ads to it. Now a lot more people are starting to see it. Now he sees that residual over people are contacting him directly for some of his offers as well. So remember, just because you spent $50 today and didn't make 100 back, or just because you spent $50 a day and didn't make 50, watch what happens when you do this ascension model. 3 days, 6 days, 9 days. I told Brian, quote me on this, Brian, 30 days from now, we'll have spent over $3,000 on Facebook, which I know your wife's probably going to kill you, but you're going to make more than that as well too, and have a huge loyal audience to follow you as well. So I hope you guys found this information not only entertaining, but I hope that you found it beneficial to you. I saw that there were some comments down below, really positive comments. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And again, if you watch the replay as well too, you can go ahead and click on that right there at the top. And I think, Shecky, do you have any other questions or comments that you want to mention before we close this out?
No, man, good stuff, man. Appreciate all the wisdom that you're sharing.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks again, everybody, for everybody that's here. Again, if you found value in this, definitely check out our little YouTube card right up over there. It'll show you the Choose Your Own Adventure where you can get some more training absolutely for free right on YouTube about some Facebook ads. It actually works for any types of platform. You can see the case study with Brian Johnson we recently done. Or, of course, if you just want to learn more about Social Media Ad Genius, you can check that out as well, too. Other than that, we do these once a week, 3 o'clock Central Standard Time. Check us out. Get on our email list. All the links are down in the description below. And other than that, Shecky, I appreciate you here, sir. I always appreciate having me. These are great. This is a lot of fun.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, everybody. Have a great day. Take care, everybody. All right. Bye.